Hello, Facebook. Welcome to DeFeet. Here we are, spring of 2022. And we are live here today, and I have Rob Dickerson with me. Rob, there we go.
Hey, what's up?
Good to see you, Rob. You're looking good there.
A little pasty. I need some sun.
No, you look fit, man. You must be losing some weight. What's going on? Are you working out?
We got all these young guys here, and they're making me go to the gym.
Wow, you're looking really, really thin. I can't wait to see you on the bike this year. I've been in a contest, a weight loss contest with a friend, and I'm losing.
But you're losing or losing?
I'm losing, but I'm not winning. Let's put it that way. And at the balance is a nice bottle of Camus, which of course I'm sober, so who knows if I'll even partake in that.
But your wife enjoys Camus, so you can give it to her as a gift. There you go.
That's right. Yeah. But to our DeFeet fans out there in Facebook land, I want to talk about some very interesting things here at DeFeet, and one of them that is near and dear to my heart and our heart here at DeFeet is the Love for Ukraine sock, Rob. And I'm going to show this if you want to expand upon. This is the Love for Ukraine sock that we just came out with. And Rob, tell us why we did this and how we did it.
So Shane and I both have an in common friend here, and longtime friend for Shane. And
let's toggle this back with you so you can be.
Yeah. So he had adopted a son about 3 years ago, and we learned a lot through the process about this orphanage. And so with everything that's going on right now in Ukraine, you and I chatted about 2 weeks ago, and we said, we should do something. And so we came up with this idea. And what's unique and kind of the inspiration behind that design was that we were seeing people in other countries drawing the heart on their face in the colors, and so that was kind of our design inspiration. And then we gave that idea to our designers here at DeFeet, and Lucas, I can say his name, came up with this design. And what's really unique is that the flag, the background of this, is inverted, and that's meant to say a country's in distress. And I thought that was something I didn't know, but I thought that was really cool that's what that means. And so this is a fundraiser using sock as a fundraiser for an orphanage in Ukraine. It has been wildly successful. We've had a couple of TV crews come by and do some interviews, newspaper. Everybody here is about this and is excited. We got it on a lot of machines. Shane, you can probably share more about the details of getting this made.
Well, one of the things that we're doing here is we decided to donate all the proceeds to the orphanage or to a charity that can get the money to the orphanage. And I'm not sure if you mentioned this, Rob, but there's 53 young, under 18-year-old boys in this orphanage, and they're staying in bomb shelters, and you know what it's like over there. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah. But our entire team got behind this, and they were all excited to be a part of it. And we do have it on a lot of machines, let's put it that way. And we've got to be careful because on this project we are not making any profit, of course, and the profit is how we pay our employees. So it is a balancing act, but it's long term. I think we're going to keep this project up because there's going to be such a long rebuild process, even if we have a wonderful there's no word to say that, but even if we have a fast, good outcome, and I got to say, trying to keep this non-political as much as possible. It's more about the heart of the people and humanitarian efforts. These are kids that need safety, and all the civilians that need safety. So,
Yeah, some of these boys were in process of being adopted, so this upended their legal proceedings. And I know of at least 2 of the boys that were supposed to come over to a family in the Midwest maybe, and this is delayed. There's no way for the courts to run right now. There's no way to get that proceeding to go through and get those kids out of there. And it's just a sad situation, and obviously tragedies around the world. every day. But this was one place where our hearts just went out, and we had that local connection, and we felt like we could do something. We know it's small, it's just socks, but you know what? It's really rallied our people here internally together. It's rallied our community. I can't tell you how many Facebook and Instagram DMs I've gotten thanking us. I had an industry person today call me and say, "Man, this is awesome. Can I order some?" In our wholesale order, but they wanted to order some personally to support this cause. And that's just cool, and that's what we'd hoped it would be. Granted, it's a small thing, but it's the heart, it's the meaning that matters.
Yeah, and Rob, you said it rallied so many people, but I got to feel deep in my heart, we are an American company and we have the freedom. In fact, my family emigrated from England when I was a kid, so we could have the freedom and a democracy to start a business. And this is America, and I think in my heart, I think America across the board, both sides, are coming together on this issue and giving their support across the board to do all we can to help. And I'd appreciate it if people can support it, or if they don't support it, maybe don't say anything. Sometimes that's better. And it is a country of free speech, and that's part of the beautiful thing about America and the freedom and the democracy that we have. And it seems like that's what we're fighting for, and the Ukrainian people are fighting for that. And again, with this statement, we don't really want to go political, but we're here for the humanitarian and for the kids and to support democracy. I guess that's where we can leave that.
Yeah.
And
so freedom. I mean, and the right for others to live in that. And so, like you said, there's no way that we get out of that the Ukrainian people get out of this hole.
Right.
But the world needs to rally around the ideal. And maybe in a weird way, this is the kick in the ass that we needed as a nation to get us to rally around something. So.
Yeah, and let's hope for a speedy solution to this situation.
Yeah.
So you can see that we're live.
He lost his mic cord there. We're on a short leash here. We don't have long cords.
We are umbilical to the sound system here. So the last time we had a situation in America where gas prices spiraled, of course there was a different reason at that point. This time there's certainly connection to what's going on in Ukraine. But people got on their bikes, and getting on your bike is a wonderful thing. It gives you the great outdoors. It gives you the fresh air. It gives so much, and you can commute to work and save some of the gas money.
It's funny you say that. I don't know if you recall. You were cleaning out the garage, I think, when you moved a few years back, and you gave me a set of fenders. And I actually looked at those in the storage, and I said, I think I'm going to put those on my old Hakalugi, my Ibis Hakalugi, and ride that to work.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking about instead of driving my pickup truck, I'll jump on my bike maybe and get some more exercise.
Well, that's what happened in 2008, and the bicycle community really rallied, and they pulled out all their bikes from their garage, put new chains on, new tires, and everybody was riding their bike, and that was gas at $4 a gallon.
Yeah.
And who knows where it's going to end up this time, but
don't say it.
The bicycle, I will not, but the bicycle can be a solution to these trying times on your pocketbook. And I'm hopeful that happens, and for those that do commute, I hope that you have a safe commute, and we want to be a part of your commute with some fun designs. So let's start this party to show you some of the new spring 2022 designs that you haven't seen yet, people.
Ooh.
And look at this leopard print.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, where did that come from? I mean, what inspired you for that, Shane?
Well, not me. Actually, we were working with team. We always get inspiration from our teams, and we were working with Team Wildlife. And Team Wildlife had, there were about, I guess, wildlife protections and such, and they had we did an animal print of ice blue. It was beautiful. It should have been in Zoolander. Ice blue leopard print, and Then we started talking to Nelson Vales, the cheetah, the fastest man on wheels, and we developed this sock for Nelson Vales, and in this colorway. And we also have this colorway available in an undershirt. Is that right?
Yeah,
it's
I think
gorgeous.
that's coming.
Yeah.
That's coming later, and then we'll also have our Sub 360 version available as well, which is the printed version. I think later this year. So look for an unveil on that. If you're not already subscribed to our email list, a good way to stay in tune with what's going on DeFeet.com.
Now, Rob, are you old enough or young enough to remember Gur Animals?
I don't know them, so I think I was too old, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're too old. It was basically children's outfits were all matched, in the Gur Animal platform.
Well, I had underoos back in the 70s.
Yeah, no, you were not. I guess you were late 70s.
Yeah, early 70s. So yeah, I was the underdog.
Okay, that's perfect for you. So with that being said, we're bringing some fun back into the game here. And Rob, you want to tell us about the pizza sock?
Pizza, yeah. So kind of a hallmark of kind of DeFeet has always been the fun, silly, goofy stuff that we started out with in the early 90s. And you wear those, you know where you're headed. You're headed to the bike shop, hopefully buy the pizza, to get a slice of pizza and maybe a cold beer after a nice ride.
Yeah, I got to interrupt you, Rob, because on Strava, I'm sorry, on Zwift. When you ride Zwift, they equate your ride to 2 slices of pizza. But in my weight loss that I've been trying, it doesn't work. Pizza just plaps that. I weigh it every day. I weigh, and if I have 2 pieces of pizza, I'm up, baby.
You're up. Yeah. Well, that's a neat design. You're going to see a lot of fun food designs this year from us. We're going to continue to kind of revamp those and come out with new ones. Just keep it interesting. It's funny. Anytime there's a National Pizza Day or a Donut Day or sushi or whatever it is, we get a lot of DMs and stuff with people wearing their favorite DeFeet socks for whatever food group it might be that day. So,
and speaking of fun, one of the really awesome objectives this year, I should say, is our 30th anniversary, and we will not stop saying that. It's a proud time for us to have made it through 30 years of business in this wonderful industry that we call the cycling industry. But when we started, we had a lot of fun, and we were known for goofy, fun socks. And so we did some recalls on those products, and I am holding the Schmiley. And who could not have fun wearing some Schmileys? We have this available in 2 cuff lengths. We have the 4-inch. Is that a 4-inch?
Yeah, 3 and 6.
3 and 6. So you can see the difference there in those.
And the irony is that emojis and text messages are everywhere. I mean, my mom even uses them now. But you guys came out with this in like 92 or 3, right?
The Schmiley would have probably been 94, maybe. I'm guessing from, and it was just beginning. In fact, I remember seeing a fax, a fax from Europe that came on the internet, and what did you call those little? They made a bicycle out of the numbers.
I forget what you call that.
The numbers and the greater sign, and that was kind of the first emoji. You would make something silly in that. I remember seeing the Tour de France results come over to Thomas Craven. His dad was a lawyer in Winston-Salem, and his name's Thorns Craven. And I remember reading that, and it came to him on a fax. It's amazing, but it wasn't long after that where we were the first with emojis, and that was really cool. And it's funny how commonplace they are today, but how that was no one had done it back then. Yeah, and I think as we continue to bring these fun socks forward from 30 years ago, keep your eyes peeled. Best place to see them is right here, actually. Giving you guys a sneak peek and open for comments on those and suggestions. Maybe we'll pull one out. But we've got a special project coming. Can't talk too much about it. We won't say anything more. But if you pay attention to our social media channels, you will see that. And Rob, we're cooking in on 15 minutes here. You got any other points of interest?
Yeah, real quick, just a little local shout out. The folks over at the City of Hickory have been putting on a Hickory Short Track Series
And that's a mountain bike series.
It's a mountain bike series. If you don't know the area, we have some excellent trails that the community and the city came together and built several years back. And, it was great. We were out there last Sunday. It's every Sunday for 5 weeks. We've got 4 more weekends left. So if you get a chance, come out. It was awesome to see people out, and I think it'll pick up a little steam as more people know. Every shop in the area was there and
That's
represented,
cool.
and
Yeah.
it's just cool to see everybody enjoying bikes. And what got me was the beginner, the sport class, kind of the beginner class. There were people, from little kids to 70-year-olds coming out there to race,
Awesome.
which was really rad.
Yeah.
And we have an excellent. We're in the process of building this incredible greenway throughout our city. And part of that is this trail system that's over near the lake. And so it's Lake Hickory Trails Short Track Series. Come check it out. Every weekend in March, every Sunday.
And then we'll also announce live here that we are a proud partner, sponsor with the Belgian Waffle Ride.
Ooh.
And
I'm the lucky one. Me and your son, Morgan Cooper. We're gonna head on out to California and be at the BWR San Diego at the end of April, and we're going to go see some shops while we're out there, and then that weekend, I think Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they have 2 days out there. Evidently, this one's huge. We had the one in Western North Carolina last year, which I want to say about 1,500 people came to.
Right.
But they're saying this is between 3,000 and 5,000, depending on the weather.
I got to tell you, hats off to that entire team at the Belgian Waffle Ride. They know how to create fun and excitement. Hope and I went out to Kansas and did, what was the town? Lawrence, Kansas, right?
Yeah, and you did the middle one, right?
We did the 70-mile ride.
The Wana?
The Waffle, right?
The Waffle, that's right, yeah.
And so anyway, the hardcore do 110 miles, and we did the 70-mile. And the last 6 miles, if you know anything about cycling, most of it was on gravel roads and such, and some asphalt. But the last 6 miles was a cyclocross course, which was a wet field, 6 miles of twisty, off-camber, tight turns into a single track with full boulders. And we went in and out of that two times, in about hour 4 on the bike. Absolutely wasted, and Hope and I actually finished that ride together, but it was so fun, and the people, it's such a nice environment, and BWR, the management and the team that put it together, were incredible. And so we've partnered with them they have 4 events that have been announced, one in San Diego, one in Hendersonville, North Carolina.
Lawrence again, and in Utah.
Okay.
And I'm skipping on the city. It's not like Salt Lake, it's south of there.
It's a small town. Yeah.
But it looks incredible. We'll be at all of them, and if you're out there, come visit. It is a great event. They are so well done. It's from all the things you get to be a participant, the prizes. It's like it's the, if you can still say this, the Cadillac of events. If you're into gravel, this is the thing to go. Even if you're just a spectator.
The music that they brought to Kansas, we
Wow.
had such a good time. And I forgot his name. You might remember, but it was world class. And evidently, I believe part of his band couldn't come, and so they had to do it to a soundtrack, and had a bass player and maybe a guitar player. They didn't have a drummer, but it was fantastic. I was a musician, and I was amazed on how well they pulled that off. But I will tell you a funny story about the actual race that Hope and I were in, and we were staying together. I know we only have about a minute left, and there was a guy in our group that I felt like I was crushing, and I said to him, I said, okay, if you beat me, you're going to get some free DeFeet stuff, and if I beat you, you have to buy some free DeFeet stuff. And he attacked me right when we got into that 6 mile, very difficult section, and he beat me by, I think, 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
In 6 miles.
I lost in the cross course.
And I had to give him some product, but it was all good fun. But going back to, DeFeet and Facebook and our social media outreach, please click the share button. It really helps a small company like ours. If you share these things that we send out, tell your friends about it. But we do thank all of you for the orders on the Ukraine sock. And, we're thinking about all those people. So
Yeah.
Until
We just had one of our friends ask us what's the best way to purchase the Ukraine sock. If you want to support that, you can buy the sock. We have two versions of the socks real quick. We have the traditional aerator double cuff. We also have a new sub 360 printed version of that on the All Day, which is a very forgiving, stretchable sock. Not so focused on the cycling sock, but more of an all day, everybody sock. But yeah, DeFeet.com for that. There's also, if you don't want a pair of socks, but you do want to support the cause, there is a donate button there as well that you can donate. And I was quite surprised. We've had a lot of people just donate, $5, which is great. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And so I would like to sign off by telling everybody thank you for the time today, and go ride your bike. And Rob, we'll see them next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Ciao.